Big announcement by General Birhanu Jula, Ethiopian Field Marshal. What Jula is saying, is it his personal opinion or is he stating official policy? If it is official policy, it is alarming. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for watching the channel My Views on News. Last year, over a year ago, I think around 2 years ago, I did a video. I told you that Ethiopia was building million army. The target of the military command, target of the generals is to build ENDF comprising 1 million soldiers. And back then, some would said, Saji, it's a very ambitious number. It isn't going to be easy to raise an army of 1 million because you need to retain 1 million soldiers in service. You need to pay salaries to them. When they retire, you need to pay pension to them. You need to have weapons for them. You need to have all the logistics for them. You need to have housing for them. So it's not possible. But what General Jula is saying is way ahead of what we reported over 2 years ago. General Birhanu Jula, Ethiopian Field Marshal, has given a number how big the Ethiopian National Defense Force should be. 2 million. That's unbelievable. I mean, Ethiopian Field Marshal wants the military to consist of 2 million soldiers. Maybe he included regional forces and militias too, but he wants the number to be 2 million. He said that for over 110 million Ethiopians, there should be 2 million Ethiopian forces. He said, we are working on it. We want to reach this number, but this is what our target is. Now, some questions I want to raise. I did a live chat last night. In that live chat, I said that in the new budget, which for the next year, which is being submitted, 70% of money will come through taxation, and 40% of all the revenue will go into debt servicing. Ethiopia now is paying back what it got from IMF and World Bank. So around 40% of the budget is being spent on debt servicing. And we must not forget that all that 70% of all that is being collected is through taxation. Now, Ethiopian government now wants to build a 2 million army, 2 million forces, maybe comprising ENDF regional forces. It means that the large chunk of the remaining budget, 40% gone to debt servicing, 60% remaining, major portion of the 60% remaining budget is going to go to military spending. 2 million army means that Ethiopian government will have to have housing, uniforms, vehicles, salaries, weapons for 2 million soldiers. A few months ago, the Prime Minister of Ethiopia announced that he wants Ethiopian Air Force to be a very modern Air Force and that he wants it to be the best. Already, the government is spending a lot on modernizing the Air Force. New fighter jets, new bombers, new drones being purchased, Akinjis, Winglongs, TV2s, Sukhoi 30, Sukhoi 27, MiG, and several other types. New air defense systems being purchased too. S-300 already in service. Pantsers were seen recently delivered to Ethiopian Air Force. So now ground forces. The government is building a huge army, mega million military, you can say. Question is Ethiopia under threat? I mean, why is the need for building such a huge military? Is there any imminent threat which this government is facing? Because Jula and the government people say, no, Fano, Ola are not any national level threats. They've been saying that Fano and Ola, their capabilities degraded, they're not national threats. It was said by Jula, I remember. It means there is no internal threat for which you need to have 2 million forces. Any external threat from Sudan? No. From South Sudan? No. From Somalia? No. From Djibouti? No. From Eritrea? Is Eritrea going to invade Ethiopia? No. I mean, are there any signs that Eritrea is going to invade Ethiopia in coming weeks or months? No. I mean, Eritrea is a smaller country, much, much smaller than Ethiopia. Yes, Eritrea has uh, mandatory military service for youth. Everyone is trained. But those trained people cannot be called soldiers. If you undergo training of a year, it does not mean that you are a full soldier. A military has different wings, specialized wings. Each wing has skilled people there. Just giving basic training, 1 year training to youths does not mean that you have a fully capable, fully professional Eritrean military. Yes, these fighters, these youths can be used in battlefield, but they are not skilled fighters. They don't know how to use advanced machines. So we cannot say that Ethiopian government is under threat. Ethiopia is under threat because Eritrea has built a huge military and that's going to outnumber Ethiopian military. No. Then why is why is Ethiopian government talking of building a mega million army, 2 million army? It means that this build-up is not defensive. This build-up is essentially offensive. Ethiopia wants to project power. Through projecting power, it wants to gain its objectives. It hopes that once it has a huge military, very modern air force, it will have more regional reach, global reach. It will be able to secure sea access. It will be able to pressurize Eritrea. It will be able to keep Egypt away from its border, from Gerd, the dam. Ethiopia built Gerd without having a million army. It wasn't even 500,000 when Ethiopia was building it. So building a 2 million military could be devastating for the economy. Can can Ethiopian economy survive if it has to feed, if it has to raise a 2 million army? I mean, sometimes what Jula says does not make sense. He talks as if he is the chief of US armed forces and he has immense, unlimited budget at his disposal. He can do whatever he can. And through building a huge military, He can just rule, his country can rule. These channels should be told where the money is coming from, which they are using to build a military, 2 million military, where the money is coming from, which they're using to buy the most modern machines, air machines, and other military armament. They should be told whatever they are demanding is being given to them by Abiy's government. Why? Because Abiy knows that without military he cannot survive. Abiy knows that he can use military against anyone. Abiy knows that if he's to win next election, he needs a military on his side. He will postpone election in areas where his position will be weak, and for that he'll use military. So whatever these generals are demanding, Abiy is giving them and fulfilling the demands. That's why they don't have no regard for the poor people of Ethiopia. Yes, Ethiopia should have a strong military. I say Somalia should also have a strong military, Eritrea as well. But it does not mean that you should start talking nonsense of building 2 million army while your people are dying of hunger. You don't have basic services available to people. You have made a mess of your country's internal security. You cannot control the situation in Amhara. You cannot control the situation in Oromia, where kidnapping for ransom is rampant. And this military, 2 million military, what will this 2 million military do when the existing military cannot protect the people in Oromia, and military deployed there, but people being kidnapped for ransom? And they have to pay ransom for the release. I think Jula should be told by the government to have modest ambitions, keeping in view the economic conditions, keeping in view the cost of living which the people of Ethiopia are facing. Thank you for watching.